pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open Public Meetings Act statement.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was forwarded to the official township newspapers, posted on the bulletin board and township website on January 8, 2021. This meeting is being videotaped and will be on Channel 9.
Roll call.
Mr. Doyle?
Here.
Mrs. Pesh-Wilson?
Here.
Mrs. Flame?
Here.
Mayor Bruno?
Here.
And Mr. Deacon is not here.
Can I get a motion to open the first public portion for resolutions and ordinances below?
I make a motion for the first public portion for resolution and ordinances below.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Harry Kennedy, 1578 Fry's Mill Road. In reference to R121, appointing Brandon Umba as Business Administrator. Are you sure that's the title you want, Business Administrator instead of Township Administrator?
Is that the title, Barb?
I have a feeling Mr. Lyons didn't do that resolution.
Actually, I did.
Did you?
Township Business Administrator is fine.
Is it? It's traditionally been called the Township Administrator, but that's fine.
No, we can amend it to Township Business Administrator per Mr. Kennedy's suggestion.
I trust your judgment implicitly, Mr. Lyons. The only thing I would do is, I believe that must be Mr. Omba in the audience there. It's not? No? Is that Mr. Omba? With the suit on, graduate at Catholic University. He went there with some of my students from Morristown. As you probably know, Mr. Omba was the administrator at West Deptford, and I believe is presently at Lumberton. He's running for assembly in the 8th District, where some of my best friends in life came from. Bill Haynes, Jim Saxton, Senator Dawn, Martha Bark, Gene Stanfield. I want to congratulate him because there's no more competitive district in all of New Jersey than District 8. It stretches from Hamilton to Berlin Borough. It includes Lumberton, where Mr. Umba works right now, and includes the town of Medford, where my son lives. Although I myself will be voting in the Republican primary tomorrow, I don't believe my son will be voting in the Republican primary. However, Mr. Umba's experience as a campaigner and working hard in District 8, I'm sure, will bring those talents to Franklin Township, that he'll dedicate that expertise so well to helping our township in the period of time that he's here. And I'm sure Lumberton's loss hopefully will be Franklin Township's gain. And certainly I would not make any judgments whatsoever as to the quality of any administrator, having served for a little while in the job myself. However, I would point out that certainly the administrator that just left, Mr. Salvatore, with 30-some years as administrator, and actually a pretty conservative guy, although he's probably a registered Democrat, Mr. Umba, might have some great insights as to what works and what doesn't work in Franklin Township if you get a chance to talk to him. But in any case, welcome to Franklin Township as the business administrator, the township administrator, the township business administrator, whatever, and best of luck from Hamilton to Berlin Borough. I'm sure it will be the closest election in the entire state. It's not the 3rd district, it's not the 4th district, it's not the 5th district, it's not the 1st district. It's a real district with a real competitive race. I'm sure he'll have a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, now you're
Good
going to
evening.
Hey, Leah.
Leah Visallo, 560 Delsey Drive. I don't know if you can hear me at all.
We can hear you.
Excellent. I was just curious, the estimated tax, it said attachment A, but I didn't see attachment A. Do you know what the rate, that estimated
I think it was 2 cents.
2 cents? Or-
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Can I get a motion to close the first public portion?
I'd like to make a motion to close the first public portion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve correspondence and reports.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the correspondence and reports.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
A motion to approve the minutes from May 25th, 2021.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from May 25th, 2021.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the bill list?
I make a motion to approve the bill list.
All right, here we go again. I'm going to second, but I'm going to excuse myself from the Franklin alarm line. But other than that, I'll be good.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Deegan? Oh, I'm sorry. Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes, with the exclusion.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. All right, resolutions. Can I get a motion to approve Resolution R 9721, granting renewal of liquor license within the Township of Franklin, County of Gloucester for 21-22?
I'd like to make a motion for R 9721.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 9821, authorizing the Township Committee of the Township of Franklin to enter an agreement to provide 2 school resource officers for Delsey Regional High School for the 2021-2022 school year?
I'd like to make a motion for R 9821.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 9921, authorizing the tax collector to prepare and mail estimated third quarter tax bills in accordance with PL 94C.72?
I'd like to make a motion for R 9921.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 121, appointing Brandon Umba as Township Business Administrator?
I'd like to make a motion for R 121.
I'll second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Brandon, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you want to say anything or take some time, Harry kind of did your whole portfolio there.
I'll just thank the committee for their endorsement to this position. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you came back.
I don't know if I would have came back from Key West, so I give you a lot of credit.
Welcome, Brandon.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to approve R 10121, authorizing a temporary trailer permit in accordance with the ordinance of Franklin Township?
I'd like to make a motion for R 10121.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 10221, authorizing the CFO to refund municipal tax lien payments?
I'd like to make a motion for R 10221.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 10321, authorizing the emergency temporary budget resolution?
I'd like to make a motion for R 10321.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion for the introduction of ordinance? The public hearing will be on July 13th, 2021, 01021, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank.
I'd like to make a motion for the introduction of ordinance O1021.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the second public portion?
Mayor, if I could, before we do that, we had previously tabled the cannabis ordinance for referral to the planning board, and we've received a response making no changes to it. I would suggest maybe it would be appropriate to relist it for a public hearing in July also.
The July meeting?
Yeah, if the committee, because we are up against the statutory deadline.
We are.
We're good.
So could we formally vote then on 0721, public hearing on July 20th, what's the date?
July 13th.
July 13th.
Can I get a motion for 0721 for the public hearing
For the cannabis.
for the cannabis?
I'd like to make a motion for 0721.
Second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Blaine?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. And what's the date of that meeting, Barb?
July 13th.
July 13th? All right, now can I get a motion for the second public portion for any comments?
I'd like to make a motion for the second public portion for any comments.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good evening, Nancy Kennedy, 711 St. George Street. Mr. Deegan isn't here today, and really, honestly, my questions were intended to be directed to him. So just as a tangential point, I just wanted to take a minute and ask all of you, if you've heard the same rumor that I've heard, specifically that Mr. Deegan has sold his house in Franklin Township?
I'm not going to discuss someone else's personal business.
Okay, I guess my question for the committee would be, if in fact Mr. Deegan has sold his residence in Franklin Township and is no longer going to be living here, would that be a point that would be made public from the committee at some point?
Absolutely.
Okay, and at that point, is it your understanding as well that he would no longer be able to serve as GOP chair for the Republican Party?
If in fact,
The questions for the GOP chair are not for us to answer.
Well, certainly I'll ask it. If you want to advise them not to answer it, that's fair.
Okay.
It's a public
I
portion.
understand, but we are not the Republican Party of Franklin Township.
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. Are all four of you sitting up there, in fact, though, members of the Republican Party?
Yes.
And elected to serve as Republicans, although certainly I know that all of you, or at least most of you, want to represent the entire township. Fair to say?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you very much. And then just briefly, I'm not sure how many members of the township, myself being a Republican, I didn't get it, so I was a little surprised that apparently an email went out again from Mr. Deegan to his fellow Republicans very recently with information about Tuesday's upcoming election. And if Mr. Lyons directs you not to answer, I understand. But any of you comfortable sharing whether or not you received that very false, very fraudulent email as well? Not at this time? Thank you all very much.
Good evening. Dave Ferrucci, 3366 Victoria Avenue.
a little louder, Dave. I don't know if we can get it any closer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
How's
hear
that?
you.
Okay,
Fine.
I'm the one with the bad hearing. Anyway, no, I just came up tonight. Former Mayor Kennedy and I have shared the center chair up there before, but he and I have one little difference in the way we approach government. I waited until the votes were counted. I'm up here tonight to congratulate Brandon on his appointment. I've known him a long time. He's a great guy. Jake, I think you made a great choice, and I want to congratulate him and yourself and the members of the Township Committee who helped to recruit him. He's going to do a great job for Franklin Township. All right, best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, you breathed on it. You breathed on it.
Bill Morris, 585 Oak Avenue.
Hi, Bill.
Just getting up as a rebuttal to Ms. Kennedy Brent. I got that email. I'm a poll worker. Mr. Deegan sent them out to the poll workers, helping us out so we knew what to do, because the best training we got was a video from the county that we had subpar training. So he is trying to help us so it's not a cluster tomorrow when we open up the polls. So there was 2 emails that he sent out. I got both of them, just because I'm a poll worker. It's this way you guys know what's going on.
Were they horribly
Thank
offensive?
you, Bill.
Pardon me?
Were they horribly offensive, these emails?
I didn't take it that way,
Okay,
but it was sent out to all the poll workers that he had email addresses for.
right. Which is probably what the chairman's supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
I don't know if I can direct this question to Bill, but
No.
Renee Pistola, the party, 2787. Was the Democrats included in that or just Republican Party? So who would have authorized Mr. Deegan to have a private training, and why wasn't it done through the county, through the superintendent of elections?
Democrats and Republicans were at the community center for the training. Dave was there and ran the video. He ran the video twice. That's all I can,
Do you know where the video came from?
the county.
Yes.
So the county
It's on
supported
the
the
county
video?
website.
I received it from Mark Harris, and all Republicans and all Democrats were called, who are board workers, along with the party chair, Mr. Deegan, and Mr. Christina from the other, your Democratic Party. So everyone was aware of it. It was a training because we didn't receive it until right before the election, and all board workers needed to be trained on the new machines.
Thank you. Sorry,
It's okay.
And if they didn't receive,
Valid
they didn't go
question.
to training, I sent them the video, so they could be trained.
So you sent out the video of the training to, if they didn't go down there?
Nope.
Hello, Mayor, Committee. Cynthia Parker, 124 Roosevelt. I guess my question, Mr. Lyons, you can tell me if this is appropriate or
Can you
not.
speak up a little bit?
What exactly is the hiring practice? Like, the background process when you hire people? I mean, do you do records checks? Do you contact former employers? Do you have releases
We
for
do a
records?
background check. We have a,
What does that entail, though? I mean,
Barb, you want to tell them?
It's a criminal background check.
just a criminal background check? That's it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
We get a motion to close the second public portion.
Can make a motion to close the second public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports?
Just as we start to, in my own biased opinion, close out the school year, I do believe the schools have had a challenging time, and I just want to recognize the fact that the Delsey and the Franklin Township teachers have definitely went over and above the call of duty to try to help our students in the community. It is greatly appreciated that all the extra time and hard-earned efforts that they have put in place during this pandemic. I know things have changed. Once upon a time, they were told it's going to be 2 weeks, and it turned out to be over a year. I just heard that Franklin Township is eliminating the masks tomorrow, so as you can see, we're going back to somewhat of a normalcy, but I know in education, it's going to be a struggle to find the new normal that is about to happen. So I just want to say thank you to all the teachers, and congratulations to the students, and good luck for the upcoming summer and next school year. Thank you.
I guess I was actually a little bit pre-early. I don't have much, but I was pre-early in my comments last week, wishing the kids to have a wonderful summer. You know, they've been through a lot. I'm so excited from Troy's voicemail today and the school board about the optional masks. And I just wish everyone to enjoy a happy summer and congratulate the graduates of 2021, and for us all to be safe, because the kids are going to be on the road, people are going to be outside more, and for us all to stay safe and for them to enjoy their summer. Thank you.
Tim?
I was able to attend a service for the cemetery on Tuckahoe Road about the forgotten soldiers, Buffalo Soldiers. Due to the weather, it was held at a catering hall. It was actually a really nice event. People came from all around the country. The lady who is responsible for cleaning that up, Mrs. Monet, is an amazing person. She's done that all with donations. They're looking forward to keep doing things there, and was able to give a speech. There was a historian there giving a speech about Franklinville and some of the history, and it was an important thing, and it was a nice thing to attend. So,
Thanks, Deb. Seniors are back at the senior center, community center, having lunch and all that.
There goes the room.
Mr. Pest.
There goes the room. I'm sorry.
With the hot weather and all, make sure you're checking on your neighbors. You know, some guys didn't have any electric today. What a shame. Sorry, Lou. But yeah, check on your neighbors. It's getting hot. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they're in a cool house. Make sure there's they got air conditioning, make sure it's turned on. It's a good time to check on your neighbors. It's too hot too early. So with that said, again, Brandon, welcome to Franklin Township.
I'm
Glad
sorry,
to have
Fred.
you.
Yes, welcome. I apologize.
Thank you.
Next meeting, you'll be on this side of the white line.
Hopefully you're still here next meeting.
Plastic chain will keep you safe.
With that said, it's hot in here, so need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.